It was good, everybody. This your man, Young Squalla, with another Always Everything with Squalla podcast. And as you can see me. Yes. This podcast is my first. You know how we like to do. You know how we got to do it. You know how I do. This podcast is my first video podcast. And for all of y'all thinking, yeah, it's shiny, right? I can't really see my camera jack right now, but watch my growth. I got us on camera. Now watch the improvement. Watch my camera quality go from flab to fab. I ain't playing with them. I just bought a microphone. You can't see it. Matter of fact, I just bought this. This is a little cheap ass $15 microphone that's gonna get the job done. You feel me? Because I couldn't use the built-in microphone on the computer because it was fucking stupid. So I got me a desktop microphone so I could do this. And that you just heard is my dog. Come here, Mama. Yeah. The co-host. Miss Moet here. All right, now, go. All right, get out. Go. Get out of the camera now. That's over. Your 5 minutes your 5 minutes of fame is done. We might have an episode about your little ass one day. I don't know. You know, see, that's an interesting dog right there. Half pit bull, half cane corso. Beast. She be cool enough. Yeah, about to hit her tune on that goddamn bone. As long as she's not in my damn way. You feel me? Oh, and this ain't alcohol. This is this is grapefruit juice. And man, as though the time I'm recording this video, it is 6 o'clock in the morning. It ain't gonna come out. It's gonna come out at 12 noon. But at the time I'm filming, it's 6 o'clock in the morning right now. But however, I'm not drinking alcohol. But I got it on deck. You understand? But that's not until later. I ain't even gonna fuck with that right now. 6 o'clock in the morning. We got shit to do today. We gotta be focused. But yeah, man. This is my first motherfucking video podcast. I'm fucking proud of myself right now, man. Yes. Watch the growth, boy. Watch the motherfucking growth. Now today's episode we talking about, I know what's coming up, right? These elections, November the 8th. November the 8th. Hold on, y'all know how I do. Oh, and shout out to Styles by Leader. It looked rough because I've been sleeping on it. I ain't tied down, but it's cool. This hairstyle right here was already 8, 9, 10 days old. Shout out to Styles by Leader. That's been my hairstylist for probably, damn. She was my stylist. I had a couple stylists. Everybody was my stylist. I lost contact with everybody. I don't know what the fuck happened to everybody. But it's cool. My stylist by Leader. She been my stylist for over 4 or 5 years, man. That's it. Loyalty is where it is. Loyalty is where the money lies. She's also my one of my closest friends. You know, I even taught her how to drive. Yeah, that's what I taught at least 3 or 4 people how to drive, and I don't think they got into no accidents. We ain't doing crash dummy shit out here. No crash dummy shit. I got notes on my phone and shit, so y'all gonna see me looking down. It is what it is. But today, we're talking about voting, man. Voting on November the 8th. I ain't gonna try to sway you one way or the other. My job today is to tell you to get your ass out there. I don't give a fuck who you vote for. That's your opinion. I know who I'm not voting for. I ain't even gonna talk about that. I'm in Maryland. So in Maryland, it's about to go down. I know, man, this election probably the most important election. Even more important than the presidential election, because now we're voting for the lawmakers, the policy presenters. And we got to get some people in there. They got some goddamn common sense. That should be the first requirement. Get some goddamn common sense. That's one. The next requirement is you got to have common sense. The third requirement, you guessed it. Hold on. Drum roll, please. Common sense. If you got common sense, man, you could go a long way. Oh, shit. When you use common sense, when you use your brain and you just look around and pay attention to shit, you will see a lot of shit that you didn't see before. Yes. Yes. All I'm saying is, don't get out there and vote for a motherfucker because that's your best friend's mother. I mean, yeah, but if they ain't doing right, you can't vote for them. Only vote for the people who do right for you. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I'm not swaying you one way or another. If you think this person do right for you, vote for them. If you think that person do right for you, vote for them. I don't give a fuck about what party. It ain't no party. I'm the damn party. And ain't nobody getting no invitation. It's me and Mary Jane. That's the only people at this party. I ain't playing no game with them. And my goddamn ruby red grapefruit juice. We smoking gas out of glass. This is not a paid promotion. We smoking gas out of glass. But let me get into this episode, bro. So, I'm going to just run down voting, man. That's basically what I'm going to do. I got my notes. I'm going to just run it down. This episode should be among the shorter episodes. So if you got time, just listen to me, man. Hear me, man. Hear me, man. That's how they say it in the South. I can speak South. I know how they say goddamn before every sentence. It was the goddamn this and goddamn that. And, yeah, I know how y'all do. Country motherfucker. I went to Carolina, a motherfucker called me Bo. I'm like, who the fuck is Bo? And I'm like, nigga, where I'm from, we say Mo. How the fuck they get Bo? Bo. Not yo. Not Mo. Bo. What's good, Bo? I'm like, who the fuck? I'm not Bo, nigga. No, that's just how we say. I don't know nothing about that. If anybody can explain to me where y'all niggas got bow from, because nobody ever did tell me the origin. Y'all niggas can tell me where y'all got bow from. Y'all get on this podcast. Tell everybody. But let's get right into it, man. Oh, before I get right into it, I got a jingle. I'm about to have a theme song in the front of this bad boy. I got a jingle coming. I want everybody, if y'all got drop, I want niggas to do drops for me. Always, everything with Squalla, man. I'm about to go global with this shit. And my YouTube series about to air. Yeah. We doing this shit over here. I thought I did disappear for a while, but now I'm back for real this time. And I ain't fucking around with y'all niggas either. I'm telling you that right now. But let me get back into it. So, voting in America. That's what we're talking about today. In order to vote in America, okay, hear me out. In order to vote in this here country, you got to be a citizen. That's first. No illegals. You have to be a citizen. So go ahead, do y'all paperwork, get right, so y'all can vote. You have to live here. That's the first thing. You have to live in the country. You could you none of that dual citizen bullshit. Well, I don't know about dual citizenship, but I know you got to live here. And you got to be at least, depending on where you at, 18 to 21 or over. You feel me? I do think it's 21 across the board. Correct me if I'm wrong. But my notes right here say 18. I got that from somewhere. You feel me? It was either 18 or over or 21 or over. Either way, you got to be a goddamn adult. Common sense. That's what it is. That's all it boils down to. But let's run down the history. Run down the history of voting rights and all that shit. We're going to do it. In 1789, okay, the Constitution allowed the states to determine the voting rights. Early voting was exclusive to white men who owned property only. And that was only 6% of the whole country's population. God damn. Don't talk about me. I'm smoking gas out of glass. Whew. Burnt my damn finger. But yeah, that's 6% of the whole population of the country, white men that own land. And in that time, I guess it would make sense why you would only want them niggas to vote. Probably wasn't that many people in it. Wasn't that many, you know what I'm saying, people that, cause they had, by that time, they already cleared out the goddamn, we was already slaves at this point. So I get why that would make sense for that time period. I definitely understand that. But still stupid. As more states began to form, shit, and that's probably this when we was in the original colonies and shit. As more states began to form, voting expanded to white men, to all white men, whether you own land or not, over the age of 21. So now, we're getting somewhere. A little more shade, a little more people got a little bit of voice. Yeah. By 1840, at least 80% of the population was able to vote. From 6 to 80% of that, they figured some shit out. Next, yeah, I know what happened around that time. What happened around that time? The Civil War changed the whole voting game, changed everything about it. The Civil War made it so that any person born on U.S. soil was, in fact, a U.S. citizen. So, basically, if you was born in the U.S., they wanted to vote. They said, nah, we ain't doing all this white man shit. Nah. So when that made them everybody a citizen, right? That's one of the requirements to vote. It made it easier for a lot of people. Next after that, the 15th Amendment was implemented. This allowed all men of all races born in the U.S. to vote if you was 21 and over. All men of all races. All men of all races, 21 and up, was able to vote because of the 15th Amendment. While this was the case, due to racism and classism, there were laws and loopholes implemented for the sole purpose of making it difficult for blacks and poor whites to vote. See? That right there. Hold on, I'm going to keep going. Due to racism, they made it difficult for motherfuckers because they just ain't want them. They ain't want them to have a voice. If you ain't had no money, why you got a voice? And if you was a slave, you damn sure ain't. What? They was looking like, what? Who want to vote? Who? That nigga? They was just picking up. Man, who want to vote? That white boy that don't own no land? Vote for what? That's what they was looking at. You know, they would mostly vote and try to make shit. They was building the country. So it's like if you ain't had no foot in it, they like, what the fuck do we need to hear from you for? Get your ass. She tried to get my ruby red. You can't have that. If you make me spill this on this laptop, it's over for you. You understand that, right? Sorry about that. Now, as time went on, there were exceptions added to make it easier for the poor white guys to vote. They was complaining probably like, look, man, we white. That was probably they wanted that bitch. We are white. We need. We back the gavel. We are white. Motherfuckers bad. Then the woman got involved. Oh shit! Y'all know how it is when women get involved with shit. Ain't no arguing with no woman. That ain't. Once the woman had her eyes set, oh, I want to vote. It was only going to be a matter of time. They was never going to be able to keep. Y'all thought y'all was going to be able to keep women out. Y'all thought that, right? Y'all know damn well it ain't no way in hell y'all was going to be able to even do that. Why did y'all think y'all was going to be able to do that? That's funny. The women's suffrage movement, they were activists for women's rights. In 1890, due to this movement, Wyoming led the way in allowing all women to vote by 1920. All white women, that is, in the U.S. were allowed to vote. All of them. Just that fast. You see how long it took for poor white men to vote? Now they said, fuck it, all women. Boom. You in there. I tell you. You can't argue with them. It's impossible. But You know who's still struggling? Black people. Black women, black men. Because black women and black women were actually allowed to vote. But according to these loopholes in the fucking shit, it made it very hard for them to be able to vote. Because looking at it from this standpoint, they said all women. They did say all white women, but the law says all women. But you know they're gonna loop out. But they really made it hard for the black people. Black people, it was nearly impossible for black people to vote because all these loopholes and shit that they implemented. They had literally reading tests. You had to do this, that, and the third with your tag. It was a bunch of stupid shit. I'm telling you. From 1920 to 1930, only 3% of the black population was eligible to vote. So that would put it in perspective right there. 3% of 3% of 100. In the 1960s, though, the 23rd Amendment and the 24th Amendment, they made it to where it was easier for shit. They opened up them gates for us. The 23rd and 24th Amendment. The 23rd Amendment, which states it allowed the residents of my birthplace to vote, nigga. You understand? DC was not a state. So ain't none of them motherfuckers was voting. Not the white people, not the black people, not the woman. Because they was not in the state. But in 1960, they said, nah. I can't do that. DC could vote. DC started voting in 1960. Dog, do you know that was only what? God damn, that was like what, 40 years ago? It wasn't that long ago, bro. 60 years ago, dog. That's when they first let DC vote, bro. Do you know they had been voting for 200-300 years before that? What the fuck, bro? Took them 200-300 years to say, you know what? Y'all can vote. Then the 24th Amendment eliminated the poll tax. So that's what you had to pay to vote, basically. And that's what black people was not doing. Like, nigga, fuck that. Fuck that. But you still had to pass that reading test. And then I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to segue for a second. Put my notes down. I know a lot of people say black people at that time could not read nor write, right? Slaves could not read nor write, right? Wrong. Wrong again. Now, I'm going to put it in perspective. The people who were born into slavery, that generation, they probably could not read or write. They could comprehend. They could hear shit. People born into it probably could not read or write. The people brought to it, the original slave, the first group, they could read and write, just not in English. That is what it is. They don't know English. So y'all say they can't read and write. Y'all making them sound like they was fucking stupid. No. Nigga. They could read their language and write their shit. They couldn't read English. Therefore, The slaves born from that generation would also not learn how to read or write English, and they would not learn how to read and write in their native tongue because they were not allowed to do that. Thus creating a generation where black people had to start speaking Ebonics, symbols, and song. Reading and writing English was not our forte. So don't act like these people were stupid. Because they were not at all. Now I'm going back. So they had to pass that reading test, literacy test in order to vote. In 1965, Lyndon B. Johnson passed the Voting Rights Act of 1965, which eliminated all barriers that would make it difficult for any minority to vote. That means the reading test is done for. The poll tax, done for. Anybody over age of 21, anybody that would meet the other requirements. So you got to be born, live here, and be 21, and have citizenship. Once you're born here, you got citizenship. But if you ain't born here and you live here, you got to get citizenship first in order to vote. But everybody can vote at this point. Some local and state laws varied. The 27th Amendment made it so that anyone 18 and older could anyone 18 and older could vote. Because they were saying, that sense, because you could go to the military at 18. They're like, look, if we old enough to get drafted to fight for this government, then we old enough to have a foothold, say so, in this government, which makes perfect sense to me. That's how it is. So, after that, everybody's voting. That's what I say. It's 18. It's 18 and older to vote. Everybody can vote. Everybody can vote. And I'm saying that to tell you niggas that you don't have no excuse. Everybody can vote. Do your research on these candidates. Pick one. And go vote for them. It's that easy. Read a little bit. Figure out where they stand on certain shit that's important to you. Pick a nigga. No pun intended. No pun intended. But pick one and go vote, bro. Y'all see how the world is going. I want to see how it could be. I don't want to see where it's going right now. We going straight to hell. You understand that? We are going straight to hell if y'all don't get y'all shit together. We all need to come together and stop fucking acting stupid. Cause I see a lot of y'all niggas acting stupid. Go back to my episode. That's not an episode when I was having an episode. And y'all will see what I'm saying. This damn dog. Yo. Which one better? I mean, which one easier? Raising a puppy or raising a child? I need some real answers. I'm putting that in the poll. Which one is easier, dog? Raising a puppy or raising a child? I need y'all to put that in the comments. I also need you niggas to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow all my social medias. I need you niggas to go listen to the music I got out. Because I do have music. I'm not a rapper. I'm a nigga that raps. I used to be a rapper though, but I retired. My new stance is I'm just a nigga that rap. That means it's strictly hobby based for me right now. I drop when I drop, but I'm about to do this YouTube series called Bars by Squalla. And if you can hear in the title, it's self-explanatory. I'm gonna be killing the shit. I already got music recorded for it. I'm about to start shooting my videos, dropping them once a week like they do on TV, so I can focus on other shit. I fix phones. I make flyers, logos, and shit. The artwork, all of my artwork that you see, for 100% of my songs and my podcast is made by me. I do it all. That's what I do. Self-taught nigga. I am, however, in school for real estate right now. I'm about to punish that market too. I'm about to be licensed out here. I keep telling you niggas to buy land. I'm gonna make it so I can really get land easily. I will be able to control somewhat of that narrative and the way it go. I'm looking. Y'all see what they did to DC. That's why y'all niggas need to get out there and vote. Cause they know they on Baltimore next. They already put the Top Golf in Baltimore. Ain't that how they started with DC? Throw up a Top Golf. Throw a couple fancy hotels here, you know? Nigga, the future's coming. Make sure you're on the right side of it. And when the kids look back on the history, make sure you're on the right side of it. Because if you're on the wrong side of it, I'm going to be on the right side of it. But I have common sense. You niggas need to use your fucking brain. I'm not about to have another episode. I'm going to let y'all niggas in on something. When y'all don't vote, that's what they want you to do. They keep telling y'all voter fraud and voter this and all this bullshit to try to discern you, man. Don't listen to them. Get your ass out there and vote. In the midterm elections, you are not voting for the president. Instead, you are voting for the members of the House and the Senate. You are also voting for all local legislation, national and local level legislation, man. These are our lawmakers, our policy pinchers, our policy producers, our policy pitchers. All jokes aside, you niggas gotta get out there. If you're 18 and over, don't go out there blindly. Educate yourself. Really do some research. I know everybody's telling you to vote Democrat. If you vote Democrat, make sure you vote Democrat because you know what the fuck you're talking about. Everybody's telling y'all to vote Democrat. Don't just vote Democrat because they're telling you to vote Democrat. Do your research. Pick the correct Democratic nigga. And there's a lot of dumbasses and a lot of retarded Republicans. So, what I'm saying is, because I identify as an independent, I'm on my own team. My own team is the home team. And I'm letting you know that now. Do not go out there just picking niggas. You cannot do that. Can't do it. Do your research. Educate yourself on their policies and views and shit. Then you make an educated guess on who you think is the right person. An educated guess. Anything could happen once they get in there. They could be lying their ass off. But as far as you know, you done did your due diligence. and you picked a person that made sense to you. That's all I'm saying. I don't give a fuck who you vote for, what side you on. Don't matter to me. Just go about it in an educated manner. We already look stupid enough as a whole country, not race, the whole country. We already look retarded enough. It's time to put on the redeem team. We got to get back right. For real. Got to get back right. I'm about to sign off, man. Like I said before, follow my social media. Subscribe to my YouTube. Hit me up you can hit me up, but I'm going to reply. I'm not one of them niggas. Hit me up, you will get a response. I don't give a fuck if I get 2-3 million followers. You hit me up, you going to get a response. I'm not one of them niggas. It's not that hard to respond to a motherfucker. I'm going to put all my links in the description. Get your ass out. I'm going to vote. Y'all going to see me out there with the Always Squalla shirt on. Oh, I'm going to vote. So, that's what we're doing. That's what it is. And understand the importance of this here election. Understand what you're voting for. These are the lawmakers. These are the people that's going to literally make the laws that you have to abide by. They're going to be releasing people from jail. They're going to be putting people in jail. There's going to be a lot of changes, bro. So pay attention. That's my main thing. Open your eyes. You can watch the news. You can listen to that shit. But don't let that shit think for you. Pay attention. Be aware of everything. And that was another episode. Always everything with Squalla. Until next time. And we out.